Hello, how are we doing today? And yeah, it is Tuesday. We are doing Mixing It Up. Here we are. We're excited. We're going to be doing some holiday Christmas crap. I don't know. These guys have like really amazing stories about their mixes. Mine is just dull. Like I was telling Sifu beforehand, anything that I have, I don't know how I would recreate as a vape. I'm trying to come up with ideas, but I'm not sure. I might have to like get some of these items and then send them out to people that mix and see what suggestions they have. And they could be taunted by some of the foods we eat. Alrighty. But yeah, so here we are. It is Tuesday. We're excited to be doing some mixing, some stuff, and just hanging out, bullshitting like we always do, because holy crap, we have fun. I mean, how many times did we change topic last week? I think we were up to like 8 topics by the end of it. Maybe 9. Something like that.
It was the milk show.
Milk show. What?
The milk show.
Yeah, we talked about skim milk and whole milk.
Oh yeah, we did.
Oh yeah. I went on that
was
rant.
the
That's
milk
right.
show.
That's right.
Yeah. No, yeah. Even after that, I sent when I got to work, I sent the fellas here this custard eggnog that we sell at work.
Yeah, I want that. By the way, like
I want it.
I have to source that, I guess, somehow.
Yeah, I don't know how I would send that to you.
No, you legally can't. I mean, but there's got to be something comparable up here.
Yeah, probably. It's good though. I mean, I'll give you that. But so yeah.
They're saying it's worth it. All right.
Oh yeah, I think it's worth it.
Challenge accepted.
I know people that would argue with me, but I no.
They're wrong. It's cool.
Wrong.
Like, you can say that they're wrong. I mean,
It's fine.
And
you don't know what's good for you.
No, okay. So, do you guys know the milk brand Promised Land?
Yes.
no.
No, okay. Either way, they make like chocolate milk and stuff like that, and they're very well known. But at the same time, it's because they just put way too much sugar in everything, and to me, that's just no. And they make a eggnog that we sell this time of year, and it's just straight up sugar. I mean, it's not eggnog; it's sugar with eggnog in the background somewhere. And one of my coworkers was like, "This one's the best one." I was like, "No, it's not. You're wrong." But yeah. Alrighty, so let's jump into some what have you been mixing. Sifu, what have you been up to?
Trying to make that butterscotch mix work from last week.
Mm-hmm. It didn't?
No, I just something in that. I think it's the cream soda that I use. It just flattens the whole thing, like flattens it. So I took out the stuff and it was just butterscotch. So I think it's just something in that concentrate that's just flattening the whole thing. Maybe I was using too much of it, but I didn't care to keep pursuing it because I didn't quite enjoy it. So it's just not my cup of tea. So I had like no interest. So anywho, that's really all I've messed with. I had a few orders and this, that, and the other, but I kind of played with my vape gear this week, re-wick some things, move some stuff around, and
Nice.
which was fun. I don't do that enough. Play with my vape gear, so I enjoy that from time. You forget that's how you started in this hobby. Now I do a lot of mixing and other stuff, and then you just realize, oh shit, this my recoil has been sitting here with a build in it and cotton in it for I don't know how long, and that's a damn shame.
Yeah.
So I went and I found everything that was just sitting with wet wicks in it, took them out, dry burned the coils, and then cleaned everything nice and put it up.
Anything crusty?
No.
Oh,
actually, the only thing crusty that I know is crusty is my flashy vapor. I can vape it in. I can tell it's crusty.
Yeah.
And then
Crusty.
my flavor. Yeah, the flavor dropped off in my nightmare, so I know that my cotton is collapsed, but I'm still just dripping on it like it's no big deal. So
I don't know. You have true cotton collapse where you're just getting nothing but like
nothing.
Yeah,
no,
like
hardly any flavor.
No, when you're getting a half burnt hit.
Yeah.
You ever had like a half?
That's when you know you have to drip. That's when you know it's a drip, bro.
Yeah, exactly. I'm I'm not quite that there yet, but it's like, whenever, it's a very flavorful atomizer. When all of a sudden it disappears, it goes, oh yeah, that's, that's, there's no cotton in the center of those coils, but yeah, who cares? It vapes when like Chris said, it vapes whenever you just put it straight on coils. It's fine.
Oh man, I actually used to test liquids sometimes like that because I didn't want to waste the cotton. I would seriously just drip on like coils and just vape like that. It's interesting. I'll give you that much.
Wow, that is interesting. I don't think that I've ever done that.
Oh, I have.
No, that's really it. It's been a very it's been a very busy week, and then so I didn't really want to do anything over the weekend. We did some stuff with the kids. We went to Jump Zone, and we went to eat out a few times during the weekend, and I cooked something, and we just did a lot of nothing. Some day drinking, just normal stuff. So that's about it for me. How about you, Overdrip?
Some day drinking, just
Yeah.
the regs.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, well, you know what? While my phone is out, I might as well tell you guys. So I actually did do some mixing. I got a bee in my bonnet, and I was like, you know what? Here's the deal. I need to get back on the fruit train, which I've never really been able to fully get on. But I was like, you know what? It's been a while. Like I'm gonna fucking have another kick at the can, and so I actually made up some stuff. They're like fruit mixes. I'm not gonna like bore you with what they are because who knows if they're gonna be good or not. So I don't need to like talk about something that literally could be fucking garbage. But one thing that I will say that I also mixed is I also mixed up like a banana. So basically, it was inspired from last week's episode's mix. Or last week's episode, for anybody that forgot, I don't blame you. I made like a banana oatmeal cookie. So I really liked the way that I had like it was always, and I really kind of liked the way that the banana was like working and everything. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna try to make a banana butterscotch pie. So I tried that. I made it. I haven't tried it yet. It knuckled really good. But I think that I made that on Sunday. So that's 3 days ago. Or 2 days ago, whatever day today is. I don't even remember. So I'm excited about that. Who knows if it's going to be good or not. But I mean, I kind of took like some of the ideas that I had, and then I added a little bit more butterscotch and whatever else. So I'm excited about that. That could be good. I also mixed up this thing because Sean was talking on the podcast. He was talking about how I don't know how, like, well, I guess I kind of know how. It's called shit time. But like we ended up talking about desserts or like ice cream or something like that. And he said that he had this ice cream that was super good, and it was like an Italian ice cream, and it was he said that it was a honey graham cracker gelato, or gelato, however you say it. I'm just gonna say gelato. And so I decided, that sounds really good. I'm going to maybe mix up this like honey graham cracker gelato. So I did that. I once again haven't tried it yet, but I'm excited about it because it knuckled really nice too. I have no idea what's going to happen with it. And yeah, I think that's it because the two fruit ones I haven't even mixed yet. I just created the recipes. So secret time. I just created the recipes yesterday and I haven't mixed them yet. But I did mix the other two things on Sunday. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm also I just want to say one thing about mixing, right? Like this has like nothing to do with anything other than like we do mixing on the show and like we like to mix. Is there anything better, boys, than when you have a recipe that you like, right? And then you mix a bottle of it and then you fucking lose the bottle before you can vape it forever, right? So I'm just gonna say I found this bottle in the last like 3 or 4 days. Okay, first of all, like just look at the color of this bottle. It's like, oh, it's so steeped, right? And then I spin it around and you see, dude, it's a butterscotch custard I made July 29th last year. So this is like almost 18 months old.
Yeah.
And I've been fucking just loving it. Like I'm like, yeah, this is the oldest I've ever vaped this liquid. I've never vaped as something that was a year and a half steeped.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would normally just destroy it. I would be like, oh, that's cool. Oh, there's a brand new bottle. I'm just gonna fucking open that and finish it probably in the next 3 days. But because I'd forgot, I don't even remember where I found it. I think I you know what, I'm not gonna guess. I have no idea where I found it. I actually found a bottle of peanut butter custard as well that I made on the same day. And it's fucking super good too. So just remember, guys, if you're satisfied with recipes, sometimes if you lose a bottle for a long time, especially if it's a dessert, you will find it one day and you will thank your past self for being fucking just all over the place and forgetting what you do with shit. Because you'll have this little fucking, glory in your hands right here.
Yeah. I found a bottle of Peach Among Worlds that was made in 2019. Same deal. I have a little space underneath where my cupboards are in my closet. I have like some shelving. It's, it's about this much or so. And I was like, man, I moved something. I heard something rattling under there. I looked and I pulled it out. I was like, oh, Peach Among Worlds. And I looked at the label. It was like 20 from 2019. I was like, yay, that's where you went.
Nice.
And it was, like Chris said,
I have
really
zero
good.
recollection of mixing this bottle, like at all. There was two
I
bottles.
remember losing it
there
because
was one peanut butter and one butterscotch custard, and like I didn't even know I mixed them. I know that I did.
No, I remember losing it because I was aggravated because I had to make myself another bottle. So I was like, fuck, I can't find my liquid. And this was back when I only had, Peach Among Worlds and root beer. That was it. So,
I actually kind of like half think that this is like from when I was going to Detroit for a meetup sometime. And when I would go in years before, because I've not actually been since I released like my line, right? But so I used to go down, and when I'd go down, there'd be like 8-10 people, and I'd bring like 20 bottles of liquid for people to just try out.
Yeah.
So I think that I must have went around that time, and I mixed myself. I did it myself a solid and mixed myself a couple of bottles, and then forgot that I did it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a
there
bonus.
you
But anyway,
go.
sorry, Clown. Please,
Rewarded.
You're fine.
Tell us about yourself.
All right. As far as mixing is concerned, I think I've just been chilling out, honestly, the last couple of days. Yeah, I've been vaping through that bottle from last week. I'm still not sure how I feel about it. Just an update. And in the middle of all that, on Friday when I was like picking up my kids, I remembered that we swore we were gonna start rating our mixes by Game Changers, and I think we only did it that one time. And that was it.
Oh, nice. Well, you remembered.
I remembered. Yeah. And
hopefully,
I was like,
we'll remember at the end of this episode today.
Yeah, we'll see. And I just thought it was a funny thought. And but yeah, on the story of finding liquids, I am currently going through the mystery bottles because, like I've said before, I'm a derp and I keep forgetting to label things as I'm done with mixing them. And I did find like a lychee custard bottle. I don't know how old it was, but it was fucking delicious. So I'll say that much. I enjoyed the living hell out of it. And it was just like a 30 mil. So I know it's one of the earlier versions. I can give you that much. But beyond that, I couldn't tell you. I was just like, I wish I would have labeled this more. But again, label your bottles. That's the moral of that story.
Yes.
Because see, these guys at least knew what they were vaping from when they were. But me, I couldn't even give you that information. I just knew what it was based on the flavor. I was like, oh, this is familiar. I know this one very well. But alrighty. Next, we're going to hear from our sponsor here for a minute, and we'll be right back. Okay, so yeah, I don't know if anybody saw it on my Instagram or the Anthony Romella Instagram. He did do a spot for the VSO charity thing we're doing, the fundraiser for Toys for Tots. If you guys want to go check that out. But when he sent it to me, he's like, "Yeah, I want a little Sarah McLachlan on it. Sorry." And I was looking, I was like, "God, this is like." And then we're talking about, well, if anybody in chat remember what it was? I remember it was for dogs. That's all I could remember. And it was like,
It was like for
I
ASPCA or
remember
something like
you.
that.
Yeah, and it was like sad dogs and all this stuff. It was interesting. What a time.
Oh,
Looks
good old
not
Sarah
the real
McLachlan.
Gerard Butler. Oh man, fun times. That's all I gotta say.
Sup, brah?
That shit was ridiculous.
That's all, dude.
Sup, brah?
Sup, brah. Alrighty, so let's get into some mixing. I know Chris sounded like he was all amped up for his mix. You ready to get this ball rolling?
Yeah, I'm down. Okay, so basically I asked the boys, I was like, so do we have like any plans, or like can I make a suggestion? So I was given the opportunity to suggest something, which I then therefore said, okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do Christmas goodies. So I'm assuming that like most cultures that celebrate Christmas will have like family get-togethers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then family get-togethers they revolve around food, right? Like that's just what family get-togethers are.
Yep.
So when you go to like, let's say like your grandma's house, or like if it was at your house and family came over, whatever, you would ultimately have your main. You'd have some like maybe some hors d'oeuvres, or like a cheese ball, depending on where, what kind of whatever. Anyway, so you have something pre-dinner, and then you have dinner, and then you have something later with like tea or coffee, and it'll be like a fucking plate covered in goodies, right?
Yep.
And there'll be like fudge or peanut brittle or whatever it happens to be on there. And so I grew up in a household where my mom would always go crazy on baking. My mom is 100% a baker. She is not a cook.
Is she a
Her idea of,
candlestick maker though?
I have no idea. She probably would be terrible at that.
I like
Honestly,
how
to be
Sifu got the
fair,
joke.
I love you, mom. But there's a few things that my mom is not very good at when it comes to being in the kitchen, and there's a few things she's good at. She's good at baking, so she would always have tons of goodies. And one of my favorite goodies that my mom would always make, and she would only make it at Christmas time. It was called triple decker square, and it's basically just like a shortbread bottom, and then there was like a homemade caramel on the middle, and then there would be like melted milk chocolate on top, and then it would be kind of like spread all evenly across, and then it would get cut up into like little, maybe like 1 inch by 1 inch squares, because like it's rich. Like it's, if you ate like 3 or 4 of them, you probably would enjoy it, but I feel like you'd probably regret it a little bit, because like you'd be getting a ton of sugar, because the way that she'd make the caramel would be like Eagle brand condensed milk and brown sugar and like double boilers and like all this crazy shit. Anyways, it was phenomenal. So tonight I am doing my attempt at trying to make a triple decker square. Now, I didn't really know how to do it. I kind of said that I was going to do it, and then I had to think about it like just before we started the show. I'm like, I don't really know how I'm going to do this. So I'm really hoping for the best. So my recipe is just called Triple Threat, and it's up on ELR, and so I'm gonna start from the bottom. So I'm using shortbread cookies from Wonder Flavors at 2%. Then I'm using cookie biscotto from Flavor Art at 0.4%, just to add a little bit more to the cookie. Then my caramel is, I'm using caramel from Flavora, and then I decided to go, because it's not like a straight caramel. It's more like it's kind of like, there's more to it. It's like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like not super gooey like caramel, but like it's definitely caramel-esque. And I was like deciding if I was going to use caramel butter as my secondary caramel, or I was going to just try to do it with something different. So I decided to do it with something different. So I'm using butterscotch cream pie from Wonder Flavors because it's definitely got like that condensed milk inside of it, which to me is like kind of like creaminess. So we're going to see if it works. It might not be as authentic as I hope, but honestly, if I get it even close, like I fucking killed it. So that's the way that I'm going to take it. And then for my chocolate, I'm using 1% of chocolate base clear from VTA and the good old glamour chocolate because it's the fucking go chocolate flavor in my opinion at 1.5%. Then I'm using super sweet because, like I said, like if you had a couple of these things, you're like, I'm good for sugar for like a month. So I just started straight at 0.5%, and it might not be as sweet as the original, but I think that'll be plenty sweet for this vape liquid. Coming in at 7.7%, triple threat.
Triple threat.
That's what it is. And
Like
yeah, so that's what I'm making. So Sifu.
that
Tell us
sounds
what you're
awesome.
making.
That sounds awesome. So my mom has this dessert that she invented that she always makes for Christmas, and it's basically it's an icebox dessert. It's not a cake. It's not a pudding. It's not. It's just this hodgepodge of stuff. So what it is that it's a big, thick graham cracker crust, and then it's like a mixture of whipped cream and cream cheese. Right. Well, well, first is graham crackers, then bananas, then like a cream cheese whipped cream mixture. And then on the top, she'll just put like pie filling, either strawberry or blueberry or whatever she's feeling like that day. And that's it. And she puts it in the ice box and it sets up real hard and it's just fucking delicious. It's just one of those things that are just really, really good. So I'm going to attempt to do that today. Yeah. So,
Dude, you know what that honestly sounds like, minus the banana part? My mom used to make this thing and she used to call it cherry jubilee or some shit like that. And it'd be like graham cracker crust, like a thick graham cracker crust, and then it'd be like
real thick.
cream cheese and like sugar and like something else. And then she would put like a full can of like the cherry, like the Edie Smith cherry fucking pie filling on top.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or sometimes she'd use blueberry because I hated cherries, and so every so often, like she would do me a solid and put blueberries on there.
Yeah. So my mom does the blueberries too, and that's my favorite one. So that's what I is doing.
Nice.
So for the banana, I'm actually going to use my banana stone, and I have my banana stone mixed. So I just poured it out in the percentage, but the banana stone is basically 3-2-1, 3%. Banana custard from VTA, 2% soft banana from Molenberry, and 1% of banana cream from TPA. And that makes just a really nice natural banana that kind of stands up in where you want a banana. Berry and 1% of the VSO huckleberry. And for the cream portion, I have the new VSO cream cheese at 3% and the cream whipped from Chef's Flavors at 2% and a little bit of Jammet at 1% and 0.5% of super sweet. So it's I went heavy handed this go around. I'm coming in at a whopping 19%. A whopping 19%. So
I'd say that's pretty whopping. Like it's pretty grande.
I mean,
yeah, that's pretty grande.
You would get a Whopper from Burger King, and Whopper's the candy, and it still wouldn't amount to it.
That is true.
So that is a big helping of concentrates, but I'm just kind of going with it, and I want it to be heavy, and I want it to have a lot of flavors. So, and I'm familiar with the bases of this concentrate of the bases, and I want it to have a very heavy mouthfeel, and I want the banana to stand up. So, yeah. So that's my deal. and hopefully it comes out true to my mom's vision of just like Overdrip said, just a big giant shot of insulin that you want to take
Yeah.
a nap when you're
Yeah.
done, and so that's it.
Basically an Anthony Romella mix.
Yeah,
That's what you're saying.
well, not as sweet as that. I just want it to be heavy. I just want it to have a big, heavy mouthfeel, and hopefully it happens.
Hopefully it
It won't be
happens.
the colossal disappointment that last week's butter brew was. So
Yeah.
so there we go. How about you, clown? What
All right.
Christmas tradition are you presenting us today?
Oh, I said, we have some things that we do for Christmas. Just I really don't know how the hell I would replicate them for a liquid. We make this. If you have any Salvadorian friends, you would know this. We make this weird cheese bread stuff. It's fucking amazing and delicious. But again, I don't know how I'd recreate that in a vape. And then there is these like empanada things my mom makes every year. I know there's clove in it. Beyond that, I've been told like the breading is more like a ginger snap, even though it really isn't. So it's just like I said, I don't know how I would recreate that. So being that my amazing co-host here gave me some VSOs, I was like, screw it, we're gonna try them out, at least a couple, and see how this goes. So what I was gonna go with is a huckleberry cream cheese sugar cookie. We'll see how this goes. I'm not sure. I'm hoping this tastes at least remotely okay. But we're starting off with 70.75% brown sugar cookie from Wonder Flavors, 0.5% of cookie butter, 1.25% of cream cheese from VSO, 0.5% of huckleberry from VSO, and then a 1% of sugar cookie from Wonder Flavors, and then at the end, a 0.25% of super sweet from Capellas. So we'll see how this whole thing goes, and I don't know. I'm still excited to try this out. I get to try new flavors.
It's always fun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, I'm a complete moron.
What did
All
you
right, so
do?
this one's gonna be a sweet one because I just put in 0.27 a super sweet. For anybody out there, that is almost 1% super sweet.
Yeah, I was like, did you just do the percentage?
Oh
I've done that
god, I'm
before.
dumb.
Oh yeah, I've done it many times.
This one's gonna
That
be
was
for
actually a
Pam.
happy accident with the apple custard. It ended up working a lot better than I thought it would. All right.
I'm also pretty thrilled because I got some PG back in stock at the good old
Yay.
ranch over here. For I've been mixing with Etta for so long, and then the last like I don't know, we'll say like 3 or 4 days, it's actually been pretty cold. And today I was like trying to drip, and like secret time, like I drive for a living, like I shouldn't be dripping and driving, but like I whatever. You don't have to scold me now. But I'm going and I'm like, dude, I just dripped this. Like, why is it like a dry hit already? And then I like looked, I was at like a light and I'm watching it come out of the bottle and I'm squeezing it. And it's like drip, drip, because it was like a recipe that was like maybe 6% flavorings. So it was like a 90-10, and it's cold out.
Yeah.
Like you're an idiot. Of course it's not gonna work. Like you should probably be mixing at 65 right now.
What's the temp in your area right now?
Well, in freedom unit, so what would it be?
Give it to us in crazy.
Okay, today it was like -6 Celsius,
Okay.
so like in the teens, I'd think,
Yeah. Yeah, it's
high
somewhere around there.
teens.
Yeah. It's still cold.
Oh yeah, it's plenty cold enough, man. Like
Yeah.
if this was as cold as it got, I'd be pretty happy, but it's
Oh,
not.
here it's been a delightful 50.
Yeah, I'd be still rocking a t-shirt in 50.
I mean, I just like the excuse that I can wear a hoodie and a beanie comfortably. Because Texas sucks for that.
Mhm.
Oh,
Not
dude,
even
I have
'cause
friends that wear that shit all year round. It could be like 35 and like fucking humidity through the fucking roof. They'll still have a toque on.
they need to come down here and then we'll talk. It's just
Oh, they do.
disgusting.
They do it, man. They do it. I'm
They
telling you,
do
they
it.
do it. Yep.
That's wrong.
Dude, I had one buddy that had a toque for so fucking long that one time
You didn't know what
he
his hair
left
looked
it
like?
somewhere. No, I knew what his hair looked like. Yeah. I actually lived with him, so like I knew what he looked like. But
Yeah.
he wore a toque for so long, dude, that one time he left it in a cab. I guess I don't know how. And dude, he made me the next morning drive him to the fucking cab depot to try to fucking find this toque. Dude, it was like a fucking $10-15 black toque. Just black.
It
Like
meant something to the
nothing.
boy.
But it like had like the real long back piece, so like he would not have the fold down. Like, oh, I'm just like, dude, who fucking cares, bro? You can go buy another one for nothing. Like, no, it's sentimental. I've had that thing for so long. It's like, yeah, it's probably got as much of like your fucking hair skin as your head does, like in it. Just like give it up.
When I first moved to Texas, I used to have this Aussie beanie. I ended up losing it somewhere. That actually hurt. I managed to like track one down years later, but that sucked.
I just want to say that I've been vaping for like the last few days, like in the evenings, because like when I'm at work, sometimes I just like vape my face off and like flavors. Although like if they taste good, it's a bonus. But like at the end of the day, I'm just vaping to fucking not kill people. But when I'm at home, I'm like I'm into like the flavors and I'm enjoying them and everything else. And like I'm like really satisfied, like superbly satisfied with a mix that I started on this very show. This very show created this mix or the beginning, the roots, and it is fucking fantastic. Like it's changed a bit along the road, but for anybody that has or thought about mixing any of my mixes, if you go back to our 50th episode mix, and I made one called Nitro's Choice, that is what I'm vaping right now. It's like an apricot cornbread pudding, and I'll tell you what, it is fucking fantastic. Like I can't get enough of it. I think I've vaped probably 400 mils of it, like on the journey, and every rendition has been fantastic. Like I could go back to the first one and be like, you know what, that's probably fucking fantastic, dude.
It's fantastic.
But I'm vaping it right now. It tastes fucking great. Isn't it great when you like wow yourself with like how talented you can be at moments? Like I'm not saying that I'm incredibly talented, but like at a moment in time, I had talent.
Well, I've been feeling the same way about that coconut banana Twinkie.
Oh, the coconut banana Twinkie.
Coconut.
All right. Well, it looks like you guys just got me shaking my bottle right now because seafood kind of froze. Oh,
Really
Kyle's
roasting.
back.
Yeah,
Yep.
seafood.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. I have potato in it. But yeah, no, I've been vaping mine for a little minute now. I could start while you guys are dripping. So yeah, this is pretty good. Banana and blueberry is really working together. I wish probably need more blueberry, but and I'm also getting a very odd flavor. I'm guessing cream, and I'm interested. And I'm breaking up more time.
Yep.
A little.
I heard you say I'm breaking up, aren't I?
Oh yeah. So everything is basically where I want it. It could probably actually be a little sweeter, to be honest. I'm gonna wait to see how everything comes up, because I know what my and I know what the unsteeped VSO blueberry huckleberry combination tastes like too, and they're also in balance. So As soon as that banana custard wakes up, and also familiar with that cream whipped from Chef's, and yeah, I think this is going to be a good one. So it's not exactly the heavy whipped cheese note that I'm going for, but I think it goes. So overall, pretty happy.
Nice.
Yep.
I'm about to try mine for the first time, so I don't know if I'm gonna like it or not. Gotta find the right wattage, you know. A 0.2. I guess we're gonna go with 50 watts on a single coil. Sounds about right.
I'll point to it. You could probably go 80.
I'm gonna start at 50, which although like right now it's actually reading a 0.19, so it's at 3.1 volts. But I'm gonna start here and then work my way up a little bit.
Yeah, because even like on a 0.3 in a single, I go like, what, 55, 60?
It's pretty crackly though. Even at fucking 50 watts, like
it's an angry bitch.
yeah, I'm gonna turn it up to let's turn it up to 55. Oh fuck, 60 watts. Let's say 60.
He's like, he's gone too far.
All right, let's see what this is all about.
I'm back.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm rocking
back.
this in the
Okay.
overpowered, and the build I have in here, I actually have to have it fully open, otherwise it's way too closed off. It's intense, my dude. Okay, we'll say this much so far. I'm happy.
Yeah.
So far, I'm happy. I'm still gauging it out, but so far, I'm happy.
What you think of the cream
I can
cheese?
say that so far I don't hate this, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm even really fully tasting it yet. I just rewicked this, so
Like I tried that cream cheese earlier, or I tried it in this mix, and I tried sniffing it, see how it smelled. But I was telling Tim in the background, he asked me if I'd already like given him a sniff. I was like, dude, my allergies are garbage right now. I can't even fucking breathe properly, let alone smell anything. But
It smells like feet.
I know. I just thought like because you kept describing it as smells like feet, I thought it might be like overpowering or something. It's not really. It's very, very light and delightful. Like I could taste it, but it's not anything like perverse, I guess.
It smells like feet.
I'm not really sure what's happening. It doesn't taste bad. I'm just trying to pick out everything, and that's where I'm
I'm
struggling.
interested to see how if it thickens up.
It gets a little thick.
Tick tick.
Well, like what's happening for me right now, right? Is I'm getting the caramel, the chocolate, but there's not a lot of cookie there, and like there should be. I didn't go like weak sauce on the cookie. I put in 2% of the shortbread cookie, so I thought that I'd kind of get that like buttery note, and a little bit of butter, and like that definite cookie. Because even like the flavor art cookie, like dude, if you put that in at 0.5%, it doesn't get lost in the mix for me normally. But I'm not really sure. I guess I'm just not the familiar something or something. Like it's weird. I'm almost like getting an ever so slight like coffee note, almost.
Coffee note. Interesting.
Yeah, like
That might be the altered caramel, not quite caramel note, maybe.
Yeah, I'm not really sure where it is. Like, I will say it tastes pretty good. Like, I don't think that it's like it's off-putting in any way.
Yeah.
It's not off-putting at all, but it's just it's like I'm trying to figure out what I'm tasting, and like I'm not entirely sure what's coming out more. And to be completely frank, I'm not really that familiar with this shortbread cookie. So maybe it's going to take a couple of days to like come out, and then maybe I'm going to get some of that cookie, because in the dessert you definitely get a good amount of the shortbread, because if you like looked at it from the side, the shortbread would be the fattest of the three layers, and then the next it basically goes like thickest to thinnest. So like, on the square you're gonna get like that much shortbread, and then you're gonna get that much caramel, and then you're gonna get like that much chocolate. So like you should get a good amount of the shortbread base bottom with the caramel, and then the chocolate kind of is like what finishes in your mouth last, because it's the most hard and it's the least of it. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Have a good show, Tim. Enjoy your time over there with them fine folks. He did post a link for their show. They will be on like probably I think 20 minutes or so after we finish here. So if you guys want to go check that out.
What channel is that
on Fresh's channel.
Oh, Tim, you're on that show?
Yeah, he does the Tuesday takeover or something like that. I think it's called nowadays.
Yo, what up, Seamus? Yeah, I didn't even know. I didn't even know there was. What does Fresh not do Fresh from the kitchen anymore?
He's taking a break. I don't know the full details. I just know he's taking a break from doing stuff for.
Oh, so this is not on Fresh's channel.
No, it's on Fresh's channel. Tim basically took over his channel, and he still does like videos on there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, go check that out. Go check out Fresh's channel. Dude is an amazing guy, and seriously, I mean, even hanging out with him for an hour or so, you start learning some shit. It's fucking insane.
No, that's genuinely true.
Mm-hmm.
Everything you said is genuinely true.
Mm-hmm.
He's a wonderful guy, and you can learn so much from him. Definitely.
My favorite part is when you go, "Hey, what do you recommend for this?" and you get like 13 options thrown at you at one time.
Yeah, it's like, well, do you got this? No. Okay, that's fine. How about this? No. How about this one? I do have that. Okay, yeah. You just gotta do this and maybe add this. Do you have that too? Yes. Okay. Yep. You're good. You're good. Just go forward with that.
Yeah. See, Tim, this is why I liked giving Tim a hard time, because Tim was the guy that a year ago was, I can't get into mixing. I'll never do mixing. Now he's doing like 3 to 4 mixing shows. It's fucking insanity.
Okay. Maybe I need a glass of or drink water. I need to drink water for my fancy fucking Palmer's Patter's thermos here.
Thermos?
Super fancy.
Still cold, and I filled it up last night.
You're also in Canada. It's cold there.
Yeah, no. Actually, in this room right now, it says 64 degrees. So yeah, it's pretty cold. And I'm sitting here in a t-shirt, just for the record. 64 is really not that cold.
No, it's delightful.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Like I said, I just like the excuse that I can wear a hoodie and I'm not dying, but I can.
And like nobody looks at you like, what's wrong with that guy?
Okay,
dude, there's probably lots of people in Texas and like when it's 70.
I got a Dixon.
Like, where's the hoodies?
Dixon. I got a flannel Dixon, and this is a fleece lined jacket, and I can still use a little.
You need a toque,
risk.
is what you're saying. You're like, oh, it'd be great if I had a toque right now. Like,
Yeah.
I'm losing all this heat out of my head.
Yep.
Well, it's like when we first moved to Texas, some of the neighbors thought me and my brother were odd because we like wearing shorts with hoodies. It's just part of our style. And year
Yeah.
round, we just wear the same thing. And they're like, "Do you not get hot? Do you not get cold?" It's like, this is comfortable for us. Even at work, I'm in shorts, and it was like, "How the fuck are you in shorts in the middle of December?" I'm like, "It's not that
Dude,
cold."
there's this woman, okay, and she works at this place that I go to all the time for work.
Uh-huh.
And one day I'm like, Sherry, when do you retire the shorts? She's like, I haven't worn pants since 2019.
Pants are way too restricting. That's my
And in my
problem.
head, I'm like, that's a while ago. It gets cold as fuck here. Like, how are you like in my head? And then I was like, oh well, she works in an office all day, so she just has like that cold walk from her car to the office and then home. But I'm like, it just fucking blew my mind. Like, I think that she wears snow pants because like I know that she's like into snowmobiling and shit. I don't really know her that well, so like I'm not entirely sure, but I imagine like you don't go snowmobiling in shorts. I don't think. I don't think that that's a thing. But
Go sledding, boys. I'm
oh,
always
okay.
cold. Always cold.
Maybe you got poor circulation.
Um, I have low, I have low blood pressure and a low resting heart rate. I just cold all the time.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm never really that cold, honestly. Like it has to be really cold, or I have to be like really ill prepared to be cold. Like when it just comes down to like daily life, I'm not really outside for that long. Um, like I'm either in like a work van or I'm at home, kind of. Like I have to get out and walk people's doors and like do that kind of shit. But like you're in
Mhm.
and out of the van, like you're really only ever out of the van for like what, maybe 5 minutes. So like I just wear a hoodie. Like I just have a zip up hoodie on. I don't even have it done up, and I just like will walk to the door. Sometimes I'll flip the hood up if it's windy because my ears do get cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was let's see, it was most of the day today. It was so I left pretty early, but yeah, it's 52 in Louisiana right now, and that's bone numbing down here. That's really, really cold.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah, that's very, very cold. And it's also been kind of misty, drizzly. So it's a nasty cold, so it's cuts right through you, so and then I'm already cold natured to begin with. So it was a miserable day. And I went to work with just a flannel because when I left, it was 60 something degrees and it just kept getting colder and colder throughout the day as it
Dude,
started drizzling and misty rain. So I was lucky enough to have this in my truck. So I was able to nab that and have some semblance of comfort, you know. So even in the office at room temperature 72, 71, that's not t-shirt weather for me. It-
Sifu in that t-shirt
Obviously,
weather.
there's like no
yeah,
rhyme or
it's
reason.
just cold natured like that.
It's all good, man. You do what you do. I don't know. I tend to like more warmer clothing when it comes to my upper half, but I don't know.
Like it's weird, right? Like this is the one thing that people always say, and I agree with it to some level. They'll always say, "Listen, I'd rather it be too cold than too hot because you can only take off so much,"
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And I understand that, but I also feel that those people don't really know what cold is, so their opinions don't really matter to me. You know what I mean?
Fair
Like
enough.
unless like you know what it's like and you go outside and it's minus 20 Fahrenheit and there's a wind chill on top of that.
Yeah.
Unless like you know what that's like, I don't think you really know what cold is. You know what I mean? Like if you think the cold is like in the teens of Fahrenheit, you were sadly mistaken. It gets a lot fucking colder than that in a lot of places. Like
Uh,
I remember it was like
Yeah,
two
I
winters
would just
ago.
not go outside.
Well,
I
there
would
was
die.
I remember 2 winters ago it was actually before COVID. I remember Corey, like Poonsauce McNasty, at his house for 3 days in a row. It was like minus 40 something. He lives in the Chicagoland area. It was minus 40 something Fahrenheit. And I was like, dude, you can keep that the fuck away from me because, like, I don't do that. Like, that is too fucking cold. If I go outside and I feel like my cheek that's not covered is going to, like, I could flick it and it'll fucking crumble off my face, that is too fucking cold. Way too cold.
I used to
I would
work,
I would just die. I would just stay inside and never move.
I used to work at another grocery slash superstore place, and I always got the gag price if I had to do the frozen backstock. And the way this place does is you have to put everything cubbies and everything scanned in, so you know how many products we have and everything. And yeah, it gets to like below 20 with fans going on the whole time in that chamber, and you have to keep the door closed. So I know what cold is. That shit's not fun, man. Fuck.
But dude, even that is like minus 4 Celsius. Like
Minus 20?
minus 20 Fahrenheit.
Yes. That's just fucking awful.
What are you
dude.
fucking keeping in there? Your average freezer at your house is like minus 4 degrees
Industrial freezing is different.
Celsius.
Industrial freezing is different. Because I was at a grocery store, dude.
Yeah, but still, I wouldn't have thought that it'd be that cold.
Yeah, and then they're
like,
actually
up here,
wore,
dude,
like
like,
a suit and everything.
If you go to like your freezer, right? Most people's like fridges and freezers now have like a digital readout where you can like set how cold it is. And like for most people's freezers, it'll be at minus 4 Celsius, which is probably like in the low 20s Fahrenheit, right? So that's why I would not have thought like 40 degrees lower seems to be like overkill. Like,
I know, but that's all grocery stores. Like, they're all kept really, really fucking low.
Apparently, they just like love eating power. God damn it! Grocery stores are the reason why we have global warming. Fuck all those diesel trucks and shit, man. It's the freezers and the grocery stores.
But yeah, no, that was the joy of working there. Like, I actually, like, my cheeks in the cold, I could feel like when it's really bad, because this is the only part of my face that was ever exposed. Like, one day I flipped out and I was like, y'all gotta get me a fucking face mask or something. And my boss looked at me and she's like, go get one from the shelf then, because it was one of those stores that you could also get clothing in. Yeah, so I went and got like a ski mask that I still have. And they paid for it, so I was like, fuck it, I'll take it.
I'm trying to think.
After I stopped working there, though, my son used to play Ninja with it.
I remember as like a young adult, we'll say, because I used to snowboard. I started snowboarding when I was like 11, and then I snowboarded like well into my 20s, and like I still could snowboard now, I'm sure, but like I just haven't been for like 3 years. And then I think that in the last 10 years I went like 5 times. But from the time I was 11 until I was probably about 24, I would get a season's pass at this one place every year, and I'd go as many times as I could. So like I would probably go like at least 50 times a year. And no matter how cold it was, or like if it was raining, whatever, I didn't care. If there was snow on the hill, I was going.
Yeah.
And I remember it was probably in and around my birthday, because my birthday is at the end of January, and that's like always the coldest time of year. And I remember we went, and it was like minus 20 something Celsius with like a wind chill. And like I would go snowboarding, and I would wear like these thin ass snow pants with like a pair of track pants underneath. And then I would wear just like a wife beater, a t-shirt, and a hoodie. And I'd wear a baseball hat and sunglasses. That was like what I would basically go snowboarding in all the time.
Yeah.
So this one time it was so cold that I actually had a pair of goggles. So I wore a tube, and I put on like maybe an extra sweater or something. And I was going, and my whole body was okay. Because when you're snowboarding, like a lot of people are like, oh, like skiing or snowboarding, and like you're just going down a hill, like you're not going to keep yourself warm. That's not true.
Oh, no, you
use a
get
ton of
hot.
fucking muscles, you get hot, right? But the goggles that I had, they had like this like weird little like nose piece. They're like these Arnett. I don't know if you guys ever heard of. You ever heard Arnett sunglasses?
Yeah, I know those.
Yeah.
Yep.
So like this was like before it was spelled like Arnette. It's spelled Arnet, and lots of people would just say Arne, but it was Arnett, right? Anyways, that's a bit more than you guys were really looking for. But anyways, so I was going in like, so the only part of my face was like the tip of my nose, like this part of my nose was like not covered. And about halfway through the day, I think that I like was lighting a cigarette, and so I'm like trying to like light this cigarette, and I'm getting my face pretty close, and like I could feel the heat on my nose, and I was like, wow, that fucking really burns. Did I just burn my nose? And then I fucking like went to like grab my nose to see if it was burnt, and it was fucking so cold to touch that I honestly thought that it was frozen. And I ended up getting like a purple tip of my nose because I got fucking frostbite on the end of my nose, and I thought that I I kind of half thought that I was gonna have to get the end of my nose taken off because like it took like fucking 3 weeks for it to like start to have normal colors again.
Wow.
But I also used to like really like partake in shed time a lot, like when I would be there. So like I wasn't really thinking about time or like how cold it was. But it just to show you like crazy shit can happen even if you're sort of prepared. Like I was like really prepared that day compared to normal, but I still didn't fully think everything through. Cause like all my friends would have like the fucking balaclava with their fucking goggles, like not one part of their face would be exposed, but they'd also wear goggles if it was like 20 degrees Fahrenheit and a sunny day. Where I'd be like, yo, just fucking rock sunglasses, homies.
Fair enough. Alrighty. So how you guys feeling about your mixes?
Yeah, that's all right. I totally took
It's all
us in
good.
a totally different spot. Okay, so I like mine. I just really want more cookie, so I'm gonna hopefully get more cookie out of it after a few days. Um, but the rest of it's pretty nice. Like I said, I could vape it right now, and I would not be like, oh, this is not good. I just want more cookie for it to be more authentic to what I was going for.
No, I'm pretty happy with mine. It's balanced, and I think overall my percentages were too high. So I'm going to try it again at 12% and see how that works out. I think the odd note that I'm getting is just oversaturation. So I'm not convinced that it's the cream cheese because just smelling it, I shouldn't be getting this note from it. So I think it's just oversaturated a little bit, but it's still tasty and it's balanced where it is. I'm just going to drop it overall. Very interested to see how this this cream cheese steeps out. It's going to be an interesting concentrate for me going forward because I'm Lee wants that cream cheese ice cream, and I think that's the winner here. So I think it's going to work really, really good in like an ice cream mix. I think it's going to have a lot of good applications going forward. So very happy with this one with the experiment. So good. How about you, Clown?
Okay, so my happy ass has been down the Suka coil fucking train, and I built a dual pair for the overpowered RDA, and a single battery mech tube cannot fucking handle what it is, so I had to switch over to my Odin. And yeah, not gonna lie, the flavor on that is fucking insane. That huckleberry is really good. Good shout out to you guys on trying to push that one on me. Really appreciating it. Everything else is tasting pretty good, balanced. That, like I said, the huckleberry is good. It's just kind of like a very forward front flavor, so I'm kind of enjoying that. And the cookies there, so I'm not hating it completely. So we'll see how this goes, how it develops, and all that kind of thing. I do want to wait and let this steep out a little bit, so I could see where the flavors go, or maybe try it in a different setup, because that might be a thing. But yeah, I don't know. I might give this what do you call it? I'm gonna give this 4 game changers out of 5.
Oh yes.
All right.
Dude, the minute you're like, I'm gonna give this, I'm like, he's gonna say game changers, and I totally forgot about it.
That's all good.
3.5 for me. 3.5 game changers for me.
All right.
I would give mine. I'm gonna say this like modestly. I'm gonna say it's a 3.
Because
it has like because of the lack of cookie. So like if I tried this in like 3 days and there's more cookie, it probably could get bumped up. Yeah, yeah, three. I'm gonna settle at three. Three game changers. Three game
Okay.
changers.
Sounds good. All right. With that all being said, Sifu, you got anything to promote?
Yeah. Hey, thanks for coming out. Super fun show as usual. It was a good idea to do some Christmas treats. It's a chance to just reminisce and try to duplicate some of your good family memories in a vape. And then that's
Yup.
always fun to do. Try to translate something um, into something else. It's always fun. So super fun. You can hit me up on my normal channels. Thank you for coming out. Like our ELRs. Let's get Clown to the appropriate level on his YouTube channel. Go and like and subscribe. Tell your Discord groups to go and like and subscribe. And let's get it done. So thank you. Have a good week and see y'all next time. Over drip.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm gonna just say exactly what Sifu said. Do all the things that he just said. That'd be great. We appreciate you guys coming out. Obviously, we appreciate any kind of support that we get. Just because we're trying, like, you know what I mean? We're trying to help people, and the more people that know that we're trying to help people is the more people we get to help. So on that note of helping people, I will just say Clown mentioned it before, so you can see it on his Instagram and as well as Anthony's Instagram. But remember that we got that giveaway going on for the Toys for Tots. So Clown has set it as a very low amount of $5, which I appreciate is something.
Five a spot.
But
Just five a spot.
feel free to, you can give $20 and that will get you 4 spots. So like you can do that. Clown will probably be able to tell you more on his views of the VSO flavors after this week and maybe after next week, but they're good. So you getting the opportunity to get some VSO flavors is definitely really awesome opportunity.
And grateful and excited and all that.
Yeah, so shout outs to them for partnering up with us on this. But yeah, please just go do that. I grew up in a household where I got things at Christmas, and I know that it meant a lot to me. As I can kind of even remember back, it's like, oh, when I was 10 years old, I got a brand new pair of hockey pants and it was fucking awesome, or whatever. There's other kids that don't get that those thoughts and those memories to keep going forward with. So feel free. It'd be awesome if you guys could do that. If you got any money left over after you given to that charity, feel free to go over to my website, to unclechris.com. You guys can order some of my liquids. Use code Mixing It Up, all one word, all lowercase. Saves a little bit of cash. Also, I mean, you can hit up anybody else on here. If there's anything that they have that you're interested in, feel free to message them. I think the only other thing that I'll say is shedtimepodcast.com. Check it out, please. That'd be awesome. And also, you can check me out on Friday nights at 8 o'clock on the Firmshanko Vapor YouTube channel, which I saw that Ep20 is already put down. A link for, so you can go over, and after you subscribe here, you can subscribe to James, and everyone's happy, including me. So that's everything for me. Everybody be safe. Have a good week. Clown, take it away.
Alrighty. As for me, this has been mentioned. Toys for Tots charity. We are trying to raise some funds for them. Sorry, my throat's all fucked up now. But as Ep20 posted on there, we're gonna get 2 winners. Each winner gets a $25 gift card. Your spot is $5. So I mean, it's a return on investment if you go that low, but if you want to donate more, it's greatly appreciated. And as Chris pointed out, I mean, most of us are fortunate enough to have stuff for Christmas and stuff like that. I mean, my parents did their damnedest to make sure that we had something under the tree. And it's one of those things that, like, not everybody's fortunate enough, or certain life situations. I mean, shit, how the last year and a half or almost 2 years at this point have gone. We know that everybody, like a lot of people, are having to tighten their belts a lot more, especially this time of year. And we're trying to like give back to whoever we can, however we can. I mean, I'll say this much: in the time I've been on YouTube for probably 4 to 5 years or something like that, and I've seen some shit. That's all I gotta say. as far as like how giving the vape community can be. It's gnarly and insane to watch, like how we all can actually band together and do something pretty fucking awesome. So let's keep that trend going. Honestly, that's all I gotta say on that. Then also I'm still doing the buy one get one on coils. If you guys order one set, you get another set for free. Very simple, very nice and clean, and I'm doing that through straight to the end of the year because I'm like, fuck it, let's just do it. And so if you guys are looking to stock up on coils and stuff like that, hit me up. Also, as far as liquids are concerned, if you guys are interested in anything I got going on in that, please contact me and I'll get you set straight away. Alrighty, so I think that is everything. I'm trying to remember if we missed anything. Oh yeah, check out Codename Wired. I think the show is right after Christmas. I think we're doing the next one. I don't remember. I'm trying to think of when 3 weeks would be from the last episode, but
Well, you didn't do one this past weekend. It was the weekend before, right?
yeah. So let me see.
So that means last weekend was a week off. Next weekend's a week off. The weekend after that is a week on.
Yeah, so it's the day after Christmas where we're gonna do the next episode, and we'll see how everybody did with their builds. Like I said, I have been down that train. I built one. I felt it was very simple and easy to do, so I was like, screw it, we're gonna do a duel because I wanted to try a mountain duel. Normally, I just do one coil and I'm done. I'm like, screw it, I don't want to fucking fiddle with this anymore. But for some reason, this has gotten my attention, and so yeah. And I think I saw Seamus talk about how he wants to try one. Maybe we could talk a little bit about getting you set with some Suka coils just for the fun of it. But you know, yeah, I think we're good. Alrighty, so we'll catch you guys next week. As always, have fun out there. Do some mixing. Go check out the Fresh 03 channel for some more mixing times if you guys want to keep this train rolling. Go hang out with Tim. I don't know, Addy20, are you going to be on the show? I don't know if Addy20 still, like, if he does that one, because I know his schedule's more all over the place kind of thing.
Well, and I know that Tooney normally didn't do the Tuesday nights.
Mm-hmm.
With Fresh, so
Yeah.
I don't know if he does that now.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, just go hang out with the crew over there and have fun with everybody. But we will catch you guys next week. As always, vape on, mix on. Woo!